This past week, Warhammer community released an image that's got a lot of people talking, myself included. There's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of theory about this. Could this potentially be new Chaos Space Marines? Could it be even bigger than that? Could it be a new Imperial Guard regiment, the Vostrians getting redone? Or are we all wrong and it's something to do with fantasy? Let's jump in, let's look at it, let's discuss it, and of course, let's get to the waffling. So I'm going to put the image up in the background right now so you can all see what we're waffling about. And as you can see, it's literally a hand holding an icon. There's a few hints that there's fur on there. There's a few hints that maybe this individual, the model, actually does have long hair. But the main thing that we've been discussing about is the symbol, is the hand itself that is being held in this image. Now, the actual text, a part of this image states, it's got a skull on it, but in the grim darkness of the far future, the toothpaste probably has skulls on it too. So straight away, Games Workshop are stating that this potentially could be belonging to Warhammer 40,000. Not always, they do this to like play with us, to like change the subject, to get us talking, to get us waffling as we're doing right now. But the first thing I thought of is the rumor that we've been talking about now on this channel for the past couple of months, and that is a brand new Huron Blackheart model. And what I've heard through the whispers is that Huron is supposed to be getting some other units attached to that, and one of those other units I've heard is some type of hunter unit that is part of the Red Corsairs. Now, when I discuss this on my live streams and stuff, because I'm not really into the Red Corsairs that much, a lot of people are telling me, well, there is actually some characters that actually do make sense then with this image, because there is traitor Space Wolves a part of the Red Corsairs. This is the first time I'm hearing this as well. Absolute heretics, the Sons of Rust confirmed. That would never happen with the Sons of Dawn, by the way. We have never, ever turned traitor. Don't mention the Beast Arises. So the image again, which I'm going to put in the background, there is certain hint to that. What if the fur is belonging to that Space Wolf type of traitor? What if like the long hair that people have noticed is belonging to that long-haired version of the traitor Space Wolf? And of course, holding the item in its hand is that veteran type of mark that you find on Space Marine models. What if this model is like standing over a veteran type of Space Marine unit on his base and he's ripping this icon off as some type of trophy? He's hunted this elite unit down and this is the trophy that he's taking off his dead body. That makes complete sense to me. Again, the Red Corsairs are supposed to be getting love according to the whispers of the warp, and this is where I'm leaning to. But there is another theory, there is a bigger piece of speculation out there. What if it's not Chaos, right? But what is it then? What could it be? And my friends, this does make sense. What if it is the Vostrian Firstborn? I'm going to put the Vostrian Firstborn picture up in the background right now. The old models, the great, one of the most coolest personality in terms of Guard that was out there. They had great lore and stuff like that. But it does make sense. It has the fur. And initially I was like, well, that is kind of like an armored gauntlet. And I actually thought Vostrians had like leather gloves. But on further inspection, if we zoom in on that image, right, you can actually see the Vostrians kind of have that type of metal type of glove. So I can understand why people are saying, what if this is Vostrians? This fur, these metal gloves there, and they do have that marking in the Vostrian Firstborn, according to the Vostrian players. So what if Games Workshop is literally pulling the wool over our eyes and we are going to get a brand new Vostrian Firstborn range refresh? Maybe it's got to happen in like a kill team first, and then we're going to get more characters, just like what happened with Krieg. There's also another big theory, a part of all this, is that the actual Grotmus model this year is a tin boy that is actually themed on the Vostrian Firstborn. We've spoken about this on streams as well. Is this a subtle hint? Is this in a way Games Workshop of teasing potential 2 new model ranges? One being new tin boys for orcs, which have been mentioned in their latest, I think it's a Grotsnik book, which could be a big refresh with 11th edition going with the orcs. And also Vostrians potentially getting some love as well. I personally would absolutely love this. One of my biggest complaints with the Imperial Guard lately is they don't have the personality that they did before. The Mordians, the Vostrians, the Talon Desirators, the Praetorians, right, the Valhallans. They just lost that sense of rule of cool, and now we just have Cadians and Kree, which are okay, I guess, but the Guard is all about the look. It's all about the rule of cool, and sadly, I personally think we don't have that yet. So if they add another regiment in, and it is the Vostrians, I think this could be absolutely amazing. I can completely understand where people are getting this from, and people are getting that hype up for it. Fingers crossed, we do get something Vostrian going forward. But of course, there is also another option, and that is fantasy. Now, some AOS people are saying it belongs to AOS. Hopefully not, because AOS get enough. And at the end of the day, there's only one true fantasy game, and that is the old world. Give me the old world stuff. Now, GW have just released brand new Marauders. I'll put them up in the background as well. I didn't really do a video about this, but we talked about it on stream. This is what should be happening for the old world. New models, incredible models to get people inspired, to get people just hyping, talking about this. This is what should have happened at the start. Bretonnians and Tomb Kings should have got an absolute plethora of brand new models rather than a few HQ choices. And I think now what we're starting to see is that corner being turned with Cathay, the first big race to get all brand new models, and we're going to start to see more stuff like the Marauders, maybe more Empire stuff, and potentially this is where this could come from. Midheim was slung around, right? The wolf guys of Midheim, maybe that is going to be a big thing where they're going to be going with the Empire in the old world. The fur, the long hair and stuff, right? That mark is a mark from the old world fantasy. So potentially we could be going down that road. And if it is that, if it doesn't turn out to be Vostrians, if it doesn't turn out to be the Red Corsair stuff, which, you know, the rumors are saying is happening, etc., then I would be happy if it turned out to be something old world, because I really do think the old world needs new models. It needs more love. It needs more people hyping that game up. But sadly, I think at this moment in time, there's just not enough new models out there to get people interested. People don't want to be paying the GW prices these days for models that are like 25 plus years old and look like a bag of Iron Warriors. We don't want that, right? We want cool stuff. We want amazing stuff. So I can completely understand why people are not investing into these old models. So if they do start bringing out new stuff, I think this is definitely the way to go, and I think that would be perfect for the old world. Anyway, that's enough ranting. That's enough. This really feels like a foil video. Maybe I should have put my foil on for this one, but it's not Foil Friday tomorrow. We're doing Space Marine 2. We're doing the brand new Space Hulk mission, which, prepare yourself, boys. We are purging the Tyranids all night long. It's going to be great. But thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Sorry, a little Space Marine 2 rant. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below, and we'll have a nice little chat down there, as we always do. See ya. Have a great day, evening, night, where you are in the world, and bye-bye.